All right, everyone, Kevin the Toy Smuggler here, and today going to be doing a little bit of unboxing. I had went to my local Walmart today, and I've not been honestly finding a whole lot as far as Origins MOTU, and I haven't been finding a lot of Star Wars. Not much, nothing at the local Walmarts lately. I think the only thing I picked up recently is a couple Migos, so not a whole lot. And usually Migos are the hardest ones to find, but But luckily today, went to my local Walmart and found the Battle Armor He-Man. And I thought, this one I was really wanting to take out of the package because of the vintage style face. And this really video here kind of harkens back to the video I did a few weeks ago on toy patience. And this baby right here, the Battle Armor He-Man, is going for about 35 to almost 40 bucks on the secondary market, plus shipping and handling you'll have if you get it from someone. So, and this is what I've been telling everyone is, bottom line, chill. If you're paying $35, $40 or even 30 plus shipping, it's just not worth it. I mean, I got it for $19.98. I mean, tax hit it, of course, but I was already there buying other stuff. So that's my point, guys. Just if I do find another one, I'll be able to get another one if I wanted to and leave it in the pack. This one had some curled up edges and stuff. So, and I'm not, some things I don't mind the package, but I wanted that vintage head. And then waiting, a year or two when they decide to finally change the head here. I keep hearing they're going to do it, but I've not even seen a picture of it. So if you guys have seen a picture of the single-hearted regular He-Man with the vintage head, please, I'd love to see a picture of it because I've not even seen photos of it. So once again, really cool packaging. This stuff does harken back a little bit toward like you've seen the Dragon Blaster He-Man back when we were younger and stuff. Good artwork. The artwork on the back here, I can't remember the guy's name. The guy's doing the artwork. It's really good. I mean, it's not bad. You can definitely tell it's been digitally done. I would love to see, I don't know if this guy does this is a oil painter, but I would love to oil paint his work. I love his sketch work. I love his design choices. I would just love, and that's something I might do one day because I really love his art. And I'm getting into digital artwork myself. I got a Gammon here that I'm starting to learn on it and stuff. It's just, when I think of vintage He-Man, I think of old oil paintings, and this is really close. This is still really, I'm not knocking against it, but I would love to see this guy's awesome artwork done in an oil or gouache style paint job. So it shows the battle features just like it did back when we was a kid. But let's get in here. I want to get my hands on this and see what kind of quality we got going here. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to change the view up just a little bit. I'm not one to do unboxings and stuff, but every once in a while I'll do one. So it's not going to take a whole lot to get out. We got the comic book here. Like I said, already I'm seeing that the sword is one of the half versions. I was not sure. I've not watched too many reviews on this, but I am not a fan of the half version sword. I'm just not at all. So got the He-Man here, and I'm still puzzled for the reason why these people in Japan feel like they really got to rubber band these figures. I mean, where in the hell are they going? I mean, you got them, with this right here alone, no rubber bands are required. I mean, they're not moving around. So a lot of these toy companies, you can probably save a few pennies. If you want to cut a cost, there's a cost cutter, because these figures aren't going nowhere. So you have them in there like that. Extra hand. Here's what I've been wanting to get my hands on here. Oh, wow, it's in there pretty tight. Excuse me. There we go. Finally got it out. Now I can get the package out of the way. And one of the first things I was really wanting to do, I have of course we're going to compare here. I got a vintage style He-Man here, and I was wanting to really compare and see the differences. Pretty close. It does have that similar classic style. The bangs are a different style cut, but one thing, and I see why it's probably doing that, and a lot of people probably haven't paid much attention to this. Pretty close. Not bad at all. Let's see if I can get in. There we go. I can get a little bit closer here. Really close. The difference here is, I don't know if you can tell, but these hair pieces are glued on. These are a separate piece. So if I had to guess, if you notice the vintage He-Man has a little bit more predominant bangs right there. That cut 2 or 3 pieces right there. It comes down lower than this right here. Now, if I had to guess, it was a mold issue is why they didn't carry it down all the way. But still, I rather, a lot of people complain with the, hold on, I got this, guys. This stupid rubber band is jammed up in his elbow socket somehow. There we go. Not too many people like, oh, and this one does have a different face. And I did not notice this, but this guy has more of the open mouth screaming look. Now, I will say right off the bat, far as stature wise, I think the vintage version, far as stature wise, just measures up a lot better. Get this camera to wake up here. Really, camera. Love technology. So, give this camera, guys, brand new camera, and it does its own thing sometimes. Let me just pull it up here, make sure it's getting enough light. Let it wake up a little bit. But you have the vintage He-Man here. Really, camera? Wake up. Reset. There we go. So you get the vintage style, and then you get this new style. The shoulders are just not, and the reason is, see how you get the battle damage is much bigger on the vintage style. And the whole reason for this issue is the whole deal with the arms. These arms go into the socket versus the old ones pop on the outside. So they got the small little hinge that goes in there. And I think this one comes with the instructions showing, yes, it should, yeah, here we go. It should say what body parts come. Yeah, see on this one right here, we got the little instruction booklet, I guess a pamphlet, I guess what you would call it. It shows you what parts are removable. And if you noticed on this one versus your standard He-Man that come in the singles version, this version right here, he is finally, thank you, camera, his shoulders pop out. Well, they did not do that on this version because of the mechanism. See, the mechanism on these old He-Mans here, the arms pop on a socket on the outside. So that does not interfere with all the mechanics that go on the inside. So it makes you, I wish what these guys would have done, but they got this swivel arm. I wish they would have figured out a way how to do that. As far as the chest wise, now the rest of the figure, the bendable knees, get this guy's knees figured out. Let's see. There they are. The bendable knees, the bendable arms here, and the rotating wrist, all that's great. I mean, so I'm not really complaining at all. It's just, I just wish what they could have done on this sculpt is put more of a battle trim, and widen it out with a trim design to make it kind of feel like that one versus only letting it be the hole there. I think if they could have accent, like see how they got the rim, the deco on the rim here, if they would have done some kind of cool outline, like a double outline, and made it look like the chest plate had a little bit more design to it, I think that would have come across a little bit better, and it wouldn't look as, I don't know, as stubby kind of looking, if you know what I mean. But we're going to switch the heads here. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to check this out. Let's see, they got the battle armor. How? Oh, and it does spin, so you can't complain. Now, see how long this lasts before it starts screwing up like the Owens. So, we get this head on here. Boom. There you go. Big difference there. Got do a little straight up compare here. Does have that cool vintage feel. What I'm actually going to be doing somewhere in the next several weeks, I got some molding jobs I got to work on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a silicone rubber mold of this and start pouring some extra copies. But one of the things I'm going to do, one of the hard copies that comes out, I'm actually going to, these are going to be made out of a Flex 90 rubber. So they'll be able to pop on and off. If you pour hard resin for any of you customizers, that will not work. You can't do a hard resin head on a hard resin ball. There's not going to be a snap. Something's going to break. And it's more likely going to be this part is going to break. And once you break this, I'm here to tell you, you're screwed. It's just broke. I mean, so that's what I'm looking at doing is making some more. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of re-sculpt his bangs a little bit and see if I can't reproduce that bangs and pour this to, you know, fulfill that hair out a little bit. But overall, I think what will change this head and make it even look slightly better is for whatever reason, and I'm sure it's because of a children's deal, the yellows that they use on the He-Man's hair lately, and it don't matter whether it's this style or one of the newer styles, is this extreme blonde hair that they got going here. Instead of more of the orchid yellow or something like that, they should have went with more of a darker color, because you can see here the drastic color difference in these two. And I think that's what, out of the new line, most of all, I think is what's bothering people. And like I told everybody, and then the face sculpt did bother a lot of people, but here's where I was at on this face sculpt. You can look at it here on the other new He-Man. I think this makes a great Prince Adam face versus, and now this is more of your He-Man face. I think that's how they should have kind of approached this when they did. But here's the thing, we're getting it. If I'm here correctly, we're going to be getting this down the line anyway. So, but here's your cool customizers. You can pick these up still for anywhere between $13 to $15. These guys are great to make. I got some extra bodies. I'm going to pick up a couple more because I'm going to design a Black Star out of this. And I think I'm going to do a Conan out of here and some other ones. Because here, sooner or later, I think a lot of these old He-Mans that are peg warmers right now, I can't wait. I would love to catch them at $5. I would probably buy about 10 of them, be honest with you, and stuff. And I'm going to compare to here the Origins He-Man battle axe versus the battle armor battle axe and see what we got here. Obvious color change. This is the regular He-Man. This is the battle armor, and you can't really tell in this lighting, but this is more of a blue. Sorry about that, guys. This is more of the blue gray that comes with the first edition He-Man, and this one's more has the metallic silver mixed into the resin. And far as shape, from what I'm looking at on the shape here, trying to see if they actually came out of the same mold. That's what I'm checking for now. And to be honest with you, I don't think they came out of the same mold. From what I'm looking at here, I see several textural differences right off the bat that makes these look obvious coming out of a different mold. And I don't know if well, number one, and I don't know if the camera is going to capture this or not. Okay. I'll try to show you, because it's very hard to see this. There's a blemish. I'm trying to see if I can point with something. Oh, let me get the sword here. Yes, point with the sword. Right here, if you can see a touch of a blemish right here, it's almost like they put some extra material right there, very top crest of this. And if you see here too, it's got 3 cool battle stretch marks right here. Right there, you can see it in the light. Versus now this one, no matter which side you look on, don't have that at all. And then here's the other kind of a giveaway. This might have come out of a different mold. If you're looking at the tips of these, or the regular one, battle armor, the tips are much different size. So to me right now, from what I'm seeing, it kind of appears that the battle armor axe, they look like they might have wore this mode out, or where they were making these, they just not keeping up with it. Maybe they had 2 different lines working on them since they were getting 2 different types of plastic. Very, very possibility there, just from a saving time on that as well. Like I said, the sword here is your standard split sword. Nothing to get too excited about. If I ever pick up the Skeletor, I'll probably just glue them together. So now let's compare this battle axe. How does it hold up with the old battle axe? Let's see here. Obviously, some differences here, a difference in material as well. The old one was very flexible, the flexible rubber. This is more, this one right here, you can probably, it probably wouldn't completely snap, but it would crack and bend, and yeah, it would mess it up. And then there would be no going back. Where here, if this one's kind of warped, you can throw it in some boiling water and it will straighten itself back out. Not with this bad boy. This is made with a probably a 80 or 90 shore rubber, versus this is a rigid, more of your very hot, rigid resin coming out of. That's the difference. But as far as shape and design, even though it might have a little less design, it's still a cool looking battle axe. So I'm not that picky to people. Well, it's not designed perfectly like the old ones, and I'm fine with that. I mean, could they went this little step farther and put that design in there, or some other design harkening to the old? They probably will later on. Because bottom line, guys, this is He-Man. This is kind of like Star Wars. They got to come up excuse to kind of give you a little bit what you want, so they can come back again later to give you exactly what you want. You see what I'm saying here? They'll probably end up in the next couple years make a couple more versions of these axes. So it's going to happen here. So, and it also comes here with the power, I guess the power gray skull. Let's see here. And it's odd choice. Huh. They made it very square. I guess, unless that fits on something else. I'm not sure. But I see most people displaying it like that. Looks pretty cool. Not bad at all. Take a glance here at the book here. Battle Armor Reborn. Cool cover. Cool artwork. Usually these are standard 8 pages long. Just cool. I mean, I'd say the artwork, the guy, I'm sure the guy that's doing the artwork on the packaging is doing this too, and it's probably got his name here. If I get my glasses. Yes, I need glasses really bad. The artwork has just been killing me the last few years. Surely God, they let him put his name on the damn book. They did not let the guy put his name on these books. That's, from an artist, that is rude. I mean, if you're paying someone to give you this kind of quality artwork, the guy's name needs to be in here, and I'm not seeing it. So, but very cool artwork indeed. Really cool. I like this kind of stuff. So $20, if it worth it? I mean, compared to what we was given with your first released He-Man, he come with the sword, half sword. This is one of the solid swords. So for $5 more, you're getting an extra head, special effect, uh, exact same half sword that the other one got. Might as well say similar battle axe. So all in all, for $5 extra, you're getting, and plus you get the extra grip hand. Let's not forget about that. You got the extra grip hand. So you're trading out a shield for the head. And to me, the money maker here, this right here probably equals out your shield, and you're paying $5 extra for the vintage style head. And overall, I have to say that's probably worth it. I mean, because the cool part is too here, you got this hand here that can be switched out, and see how easy these pop loose. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Let's see here. Pop that in. See, there we go. Awesome. See, now he can hold. Because that's one thing I did not like about the vintage version, is he couldn't ever hold two weapons at once. So now here you can put them together. And see, I just do not like these half swords at all. So now here, see, you can have him wielding both weapons. And I think as far as posing them up on your shelf, that is really cool to do. And I almost forgot to mention, he has this cool little slot built in, very similar to the vintage one with on the rubber harness. It's pretty much sitting in the same place, and it looks like it's made to hold these swords quite nicely. So I would have to say, if the vintage one had that, that would be really cool. So and plus you're getting that. So I'd say they really are, as far as basic figure design, they really have stepped up and made these pretty neat. Does the axe work there? I'm not sure. And it looked like the axe works there as well. The sword looks like it does a little bit better, but yet it's there, and it's not. Remember, I don't know if you guys. I used to stuff my axe handle back in the old rubber ones, and that's what caused a lot of the old rubber ones to bust. So overall, new battle armor He-Man with vintage style head. Overall, I do like it. I wish, like I said, to me, this would be almost the darn near perfect figure if they would have done a little bit more sculpting design around here to make this appear to be similar to size in that one. Even though the mechanics was a lot smaller, I think they could have do like a double rim design here and really flesh that out, the design, and let it go all the way across the chest, just like the vintage style. And that would have sold it for me. I really, that's the only thing negative I will have to say on this whole entire piece, because it looks like the battle action thing. Actually, it's really new. It's actually pretty hard to click over. That's actually a lot harder than what I was expecting. So, well, at least it's not like these older ones, extremely sensitive. These are here, if you breathe on it, it's going to pop really good. Yeah, wow, mine's really good. I fixed this one, and it's pretty tight. Oh, I got it extra tight. It's not even clicking back, and I just switched it over. But I didn't want to mess too much on it, because if you here, look at this. Excuse me. Look at the logo on that chest thing. Near perfect. And that's hard to find on these right here. So, and this one got really tight legs. The band, this is an original band in it and everything. I just need to wash up on his face a little bit. I've been trying to just be this. I've had him put up for a while because he was just in great shape, and I've done a little cleanup work on him, but I need to do a little bit more. But overall, guys, I think with the new hand, the new head here, it's a keeper. I think it's great. If you love the classic one, I think you will enjoy this. With the new bendable knees and elbows, and with the vintage head on it, is really what sells. The vintage head, if this had the other head on it, I would be really looking at this more. But with the vintage style head, really looking more at the vintage style head than anything else. So, guys, that's my review on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're looking for one of them, be patient. Just keep looking. You'll run across it. I promise you. Just take your time, guys. Y'all take it easy. Toy Smuggler out.